Shoot him, Fox 2. Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here today in the J-11 flanker. We're going to be taking on the F-15. Usually I'm flying these from the NATO side, so I thought today we could do something a little bit different and fly from the J-11 perspective. The flanker is a very good one-circle fighter, also remarkably a pretty good two-circle fighter as well. At about 760 kilometers to about 800 kilometers, the flanker is going to give about 18.1 degrees a second rate, sustained turn rate around a circle. That's 18.1 degrees. Where the F-15 is going to get about 19.1 at its maximum. So you can see it's literally a 1 degree difference. So these are remarkably similar aircraft here in terms of performance. We're going to the one circle turn here. And with margins of 1 degree a second, that kind of thing is going to be a head-on pass, so no one's going to shoot here. 1 degree a second is almost negligible in terms of difference between these aircraft. It really comes down to pilot skill, and if he flies it perfectly, he might have a slight edge with that 1 degree a second sustained turn rate that he's got. That being said, he's also very capable in the one circle, same as me. Look at this, almost gets nose on there, reversing that turn into him here. And we've got the altitude advantage. So it's actually quite remarkable how similar the flight envelopes of the F-15 and the flanker are so similar. And it can also be very surprising. Like, you don't think that a flanker is a really good two-circle fighter. Mostly it's famous for being a one-circle fighter, but it's very capable in a two-circle fight. And the F-15, you know, you don't think of it as a one-circle fighter. When you think one circle, you think Hornet, you think Mirage, right? Then there's the F-15. Surprisingly very good in a one-circle turn. You know, it can be very shocking to you. All of a sudden it'll point its nose in situations where you couldn't even imagine. We are in a downward spiral here with the F-15. Look at him trying to point his nose here. I'm just going to climb over that nose. And I'm going to reverse this, try to do something a little bit unpredictable for him. I'm going to roll over top here. Looking good, looking good. Very slow fight here we have. Look at this. Wow. Oh, wow, he really tried to point that nose. It's very scary with the F-15, man. You see it trying and you just wait and wait and you pray to God that it can't do it. But it comes close every single time. Look at that. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm the greatest flanker pilot that's ever lived in DCS, but you know, I've been practicing a little bit in the flanker, and I think I'm better than I was before, for sure. But I'm sure many of you can do even better than this and put up an even better fight in the flanker against the Eagle. Here we go, here, rolling around. Look at that. Actually somewhat neutral with an Eagle. Oh, I hate when they do this, when they roll over top, because it's actually very scary. They almost always manage to point the nose. He almost did it there. I've gone into the vertical. We're now stalling out. I'm going to try to throw the aircraft over. Luckily, he is not climbing up here. Now he is. It took him a second to realize
minimum speed
that I was stuck up here.
Minimum speed.
We got that ship down low, putting on a show for the guys on there. And look at this, fully nose dumped. He's obviously going to transition from here into the two circle, so he's dumping his nose to get his speed back. And look at how he pulls up there. He probably got disoriented with the sky and the water, and he lost a lot of speed there. Pretty critical mistake. because he's slow, we might be able to take a couple shots. He saw it and he jinked. Look at this. Ooh, very nice. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit the Cobra. Cobra to not overshoot. Very nice. When I say hitting the Cobra, I'm not implying that I'm doing the Cobra maneuver. The button is called the Cobra in the flanker. It's a FCS, flight control systems. You turn that off. It's called the Cobra button. It doesn't imply that every move that's done with that, with the flight controls off, is a Cobra.
Minimum speed.
Here we go. We're dumping the nose to get up behind him again because he's super slow. Luckily, I had a little bit of speed to go into the vertical. And look at this. He's super slow. If I can just basically... Oh, the ship's right in front of us, it looks like. A couple of rounds. Hit him. Yeah, hit him. And he's dead. To dual engine fire. Oh, he hits the ship. Wow. Oh, he ejected. Wow. How did he eject there? That's crazy. Oh, there you go. Splash one eagle. So I went back and watched the replay for that ejection on the ship there because I was like, how did he have time to eject and how did he end up so far away? And it looks like you know, a car that gets in an accident and someone's not wearing a seatbelt. They just get ejected out of it. That's kind of what it seemed like, or at least that's what it reminded me of. But you can see that it was a very prolonged fight between the flanker and the eagle, and I had to be very cautious. There were several opportunities there for him to kill me. We're going to merge here again, and I'm going to once again take him one circle, but I'm going to use a bit of the vertical here. Alright, looking good so far. And hopefully we can dive down, but he needs to climb up here. This is what we would call maneuvering in relation to your bandit. If he doesn't climb up here and he just stays at a low altitude, you can see him now coming up. He would become an easy target. I could just boom and zoom him. He'd always have deficiency in energy, whether that's kinetic or gravitational potential, and he would become an easy kill. So you need to maneuver in relation to your bandit, and you need to conserve energy. And conserving energy is one of the reasons why these high AOA maneuvers, which bleed energy, are not good in guns-only dogfights like this. They're good for Fox 2 shots because you can bleed your energy, get a tight min radius turn and shoot off a Fox 2. But they don't work here. And I'll say this again because time and time again I see it in the comment section. People say, you keep saying the Cobra doesn't work, but you keep using the Cobra. I'm not saying the Cobra doesn't work. I'm saying if the other guy manages his closure and sits in your control zone correctly, then you can do Cobras all day long and they'll just get you killed. He'll kill you every time. If he doesn't do that, if he gets too close to you, he's not in the control zone, he's not managing closure, yeah, you can do a Cobra and you can get him to overshoot. You know, that works. So again, like I've gone over this like 95 times and I still see people commenting being like, Cobra still has a place in a dogfight. Not if the other guy does things correctly. Sorry, it doesn't. It'll get you killed every time, and we've demonstrated that time and time again. We are in the 2-circle fight here with the F-15. And this would be his opportunity. Oh, this will be a head-on. Oh, look at this. He reversed. I thought he did there. Going into the vertical here. Try to do something a little different because it seemed like we had an offset 2 circle going there, and I don't want to get sprayed by that F-15. That'll be a head-on pass again. And the reason we don't shoot in the head-on passes is because it's just not, there's no skill involved in that. It's luck. Everybody shoots 50-50. Maybe yours hits, maybe his hits, and that's it. And it's much better to actually work to getting to your bandit's control zone, getting to a position to kill him where it's not a 50-50 kill. You know, you have to actually work for your advantage. And that allows us to test pilot skill, test aircraft ability, and like when you think about it, I could do head-on shots with an F-15 in a World War II aircraft, and I might put a round through the cockpit and kill him. It's just luck, you know, so I don't love to do that in the videos. We are actually outrating this F-15, and that's a little bit weird because I'm still below my rate speeds. But the reason is that he's actually slow. He's probably around 370 knots, which actually means he's still getting about 19.1 to 19.2 degrees a second. You can see him now breaking away. The fact that I was slow. I'm inside the circle though. At 600 knots, I'm making about 17 degrees. But because I'm inside the circle, he still has to jink these rounds. And look at this. Ooh, that is some crazy moves for an F-15. Oh, very lucky. I've only seen an F-15 move like that once, and that's when he's doing differential thrust. So that was actually quite amazing, and he managed to reverse the fight around. This is quite remarkable. That is some amazing one-circle performance from the F-15, especially with differential thrust. Incoming rounds, and those hit. Wow. Oh my god, that was really nice. Alright, good hit. Took out my engine there. Wow. That was awesome. That was definitely differential thrust. And a very good example of what I was talking about. The F-15 deadly, even in a one-circle fight. Great kill.